Good afternoon and welcome to Brewing. I'm your host. My name's Scott Leffler. In the background, I hope this works. You should hear Imagine by A Perfect Circle. It's a really, really good version of a really, really good song to commemorate what would be John Lennon's 72nd birthday today. It's a little dark, a little slow, but it is a really, really good song. If you follow me on YouTube, you can see that I've liked this video, and you can watch it for yourself. It's a really, 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 really good video. Sorry for a bit of a late start today, just a couple minutes late, but late nonetheless. I like to start right at 12:30 because I like people to know that, boom, 12:30, it's on. But today was a couple minutes late. I was unavoidably detained, as you could say. Anyway, but I'm here now in the kitchen. Different view of the kitchen. We usually have another view of the kitchen. Today we've got the sink behind me. Because of the sunlight. The sunlight's weird. Brewing. This is Brewing. I'm Scott Leffler. This is coffee. It's Tuesday, so it's coffee day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, coffee day. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. No. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, coffee day. Friday, beer day. And I'm already looking forward to Friday. And here's why. Beer day. Secondly, Friday begins a 5-day vacation for me. Now, it's kind of a vacation. It's kind of a long weekend. I normally have Friday and Saturday off. Next week, I also have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So that's kind of fun. I should turn this down, huh? Because even though I like the music, it may be getting in the way. I hope you can hear the music. If you can hear the music, let me know. Tweet me at Scott Leffler. You can tweet me anytime during the show, by the way, at Scott Leffler. Just let me know what it is you're thinking, and let me know, if you think I'm right about something, if you think I'm wrong about something, if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm ugly. Don't let me know if you think I'm ugly, because I have feelings. Yeah, I'm one of those guys with the feelings. So today's show is decidedly pro-Romney. I didn't really do this on purpose, but I found a bunch of news stories that are in support of Mitt Romney, and a bunch of things that came out that I sort of agree with the Romney camp on. Like I said, I didn't necessarily mean for this to be a theme, but I realized that there was a bit of a theme. And so, booyah, I'm going to have another video that I played, and you won't be able to see the video, but you'll be able to hear it. Again, I hope you'll be able to hear it. And it is the vice presidential candidate on the Republican ticket, Paul Ryan, being interviewed by a news reporter who's kind of an ass. And, well, you'll hear. I was going to say you'll see. You could probably hear if you want to. Again, if you subscribe to my YouTube feed, I liked that one as well. You can watch any of those things. I am a very public person. I'm on the Facebook. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the Google+. I'm on the... I like the, right? It's just Facebook, it's just Twitter, it's just Google+. I'm also on YouTube, and like everything I do, there's a social component to it. Now, on Facebook, we have to really be friends. If you don't really know me, you're not going to have me on Facebook. You can follow me or subscribe, whatever that is, but I don't actually post anything publicly, so it's kind of pointless. Twitter, on the other hand, is very, very social, very public. Google+, I do a little public, do a little with just friends, it's all good. YouTube, I think that's all public, but I'm not positive. But if you want to know what it is I'm thinking or doing, etc., boom, I'm there. By the way, it's Tuesday, so it's column day. My column is in the newspaper today. It's in the Lockport Union-Sun-Journal. It's in the Medina, no, it's in Medina on Thursday. It's in the Lockport Journal and the Tonawanda News today. It's also available online at about.me/Scott Leffler. Booyah. So, without further ado, let's get into the show. Kid Rock. All right, now I don't know if you know this or not, but 4 years ago, rapper Kid Rock was very much on the Team Obama side and campaigned for him, suggested people vote for him, etc. Well, he switched camps this time around, and this is kind of interesting. Because, and this gets back to something that, oh shoot, who was it that said this? Somebody said nobody is going to switch from Team Romney to Team Obama. Obama is not going to pick up any supporters, but Romney could. And I think this is true. Kid Rock, obviously one of them. Who said that? Root. George Allen Root. Does that sound right? No, not George Root. George Root's a friend of mine. Allen? Just Allen Root? I don't know. Anyway, so somebody said that Romney's going to pick up supporters and the race is really going to tighten up. And the race has tightened up considerably. And with Kid Rock endorsing Mitt Romney, which he's done, I don't know how much that's going to affect it, but it could affect it nonetheless. Kid Rock said, and I quote, "I'm very proud to say that we had elected our first black president. I'm sorry he didn't do a better job. I really wish he would have. I do, but the facts are the facts." Now, he said that yesterday while introducing Republican vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan. You know what? Kid Rock, good for you. Look, I'm not a Romney fan, but I'm not an Obama fan either. But I love the fact that, look, you're a rocker, a rapper, whatever, you're an entertainer, whatever it is you want to be. And how do I put this politely? You're not necessarily known for thinking. So it's refreshing to see that you've thought this out and you have concluded that you liked Obama, he didn't do what you wanted him to do, so now you're going to support somebody else. Good on you. I mean, really, just I love the fact that there are people out there that think, because not everyone does. Not everyone thinks. It doesn't always happen. So it's nice to see when it does happen, and especially nice to see when it happens from areas that you wouldn't naturally expect it to happen. So Kid Rock supports Mitt Romney, and good for him. All right. Here we go. We'll stick with the Romney kick. So a 16-year-old high school sophomore in Philadelphia was allegedly ridiculed by her geometry teacher for wearing a Mitt Romney t-shirt, and she returned to school last week following a rally by cheering supporters. The teacher who ridiculed this girl for wearing a Mitt Romney t-shirt has also written a letter of apology that was read aloud to students. Samantha Pelusi hadn't been back to Charles Carroll High School in the city's Port Richmond section since last week. That's when she and her family say she was mocked by her teacher for wearing the shirt supporting the Republican presidential candidate. She said the teacher questioned why she was wearing the shirt and called others in the room to laugh at her. Seriously? You're an adult and you're calling people in a room to laugh at a teenage girl who is making full use of her First Amendment right. Look, we talk all the time about the fact that sometimes you need to shut the hell up. Sometimes your First Amendment right is stupid and you should really just shut up. But we're in a presidential election, and if a kid wants to come in, a 16-year-old kid who feels that she's informed enough to come in and speak out on behalf of her candidate, and you're going to ridicule her for that? Dude, you are garbage. That's my First Amendment right. I'm calling you garbage. So Pelusi, her family has expressed concern for her safety over this issue because politics can get ugly and it can get violent. She returned after a rally that featured supporters singing the national anthem and reading the First Amendment, as well as shouts of supporters calling "Go Sam" and "You're great, Sam." The school's principal read students the letter of apology from geometry teacher Lynette Gaiman on Tuesday. It says, "I'm very sorry for all the chaos and negative attention that has surrounded the school in the past couple of weeks." She wrote, "What I meant as a light and humorous remark during class has developed into a huge conflict between students, faculty, parents, and neighbors. My words were never meant to belittle Miss Pelusi or cause any harm, and I truly regret that we have come to this point." Really? Pelusi wore the pink Romney Ryan t-shirt on Dress Down Day, which was September 28th. She said that during class, Gaiman pointed out the shirt, questioned why she would wear such a shirt, and told her to leave the classroom. She was kicked out of class for wearing a Romney Ryan shirt. Gaiman said that it was a quote-unquote Democratic school and compared it to her wearing a KKK shirt. For serious? Miss Teacher Person? You... And you get money to educate our children, and this is like your line of thinking? Comparing wearing a Romney Ryan shirt to a KKK shirt? Whatevs. The student's father, Richard Pelusi, said the family met with Democratic Mayor Michael Nutter. That's the dude's name. You're nutty, alright? On Sunday night to discuss a resolution. The teacher has apologized, and the district superintendent, William Height Jr., has called the ordeal a quote-unquote teachable moment. Height has said that he would work with, the superintendent said that he'd work with the mayor and the teachers union to move, quote, towards a conversation that brings together diverse beliefs, inspires understanding, and heals. Alright, look, this story is just ridiculous. The thought that there's a teacher in the world somewhere who would think that this was okay, and because of the teachers union will keep their job. Alright, maybe she doesn't deserve to lose her job, but she definitely deserves some sort of a stiff reprimand, and I'm not talking about having to apologize publicly. I don't care how embarrassing that might be for her. Dude, she kicked a kid out of class for wearing a Romney Ryan t-shirt. It's just not okay. It's just not okay. You know, people talk all the time about the fact that, you know, that Democrats aren't tolerant, Republicans aren't tolerant, and, you know, Democrats are tolerant, Republicans are like, people suck. People suck. And this teacher is one of them. This teacher is a person, I suppose you could say. So, I don't know. It's frustrating to me to see something like this happen. But it happened, and it is what it is. So, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, sticking with the Romney Ryan theme. There is a video, and I'll share the audio from the video. I wish I could share the actual video. There's got to be a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it because I'm not a technical... Well, I am kind of a technical guy, but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know how to do it. So, I suppose what I could do is play the video on my phone, and then you... But that... See, that would be ghetto, is what it would be. And I'm all about not being ghetto. So, Paul Ryan in an interview with a news reporter.
Does this country have a gun problem? This country has a crime problem. Not a gun problem. No, I mean, if you take a look at the gun laws we have, I don't even think President Obama is proposing more gun laws. We have good, strong gun laws. We have to make sure. We have to make sure we enforce our laws. Yeah, we have lots of laws that aren't being properly enforced. We need to make sure we enforce these laws. But the best thing to help prevent violent crime in the inner cities is to bring opportunity in the inner cities, is to help people get out of in the inner cities, is to help teach people good discipline, good character. That is civil society. That's what charities and civic groups and churches do to help one another make sure that they can realize the value in one another.
And you can do all that by cutting taxes, right, with a big tax cut.
Those are yours, not mine. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah.
Sorry.
That was kind of strange. Trying to stuff words in people's mouths.
Yeah, so that ended that interview, and rightfully so. Alright, look, man, Mr. Reporter person, you thought you had your zinger, right? If you didn't hear that quite clearly, the guy asks Paul Ryan if we have a gun problem in the United States. Paul Ryan says we have a crime problem. He then goes on to say, society has issues, we need to fix them, there are ways to do it, community centers, churches, etc., da-da-da-da-da. So then the reporter goes, and we can do all that with a tax cut, right? And he said it, like, you can probably hear basically he's being a dick. And, like, alright, so you don't like the guy. There are a lot of people that I don't like. As a talk show host, I have interviewed dozens upon dozens upon dozens, probably over 100 people that I didn't like. And as a talk show host, it's my job to have an opinion. I was still nicer to most of them than this guy was. And this guy's a news person. Not a talk show host, he's a news person. And yet here he is, he's like, oh, I got the zinger, bam! Except, dude, you just look like an ass. You really did. Actually, asked to comment about it, the Romney campaign said that Congressman Ryan, I'm trying to remember this, basically said that Congressman Ryan has done hundreds of news interviews, and every once in a while a news reporter is going to make an ass of himself. And he did. Like, he did. Like, you don't have to like... Look, the guy's running for vice president of the United States, so you don't like him, alright? I disagree with some of, not all of, mind you, but some of Paul Ryan's principles, ideals. But the dude is running for vice president of the United States. show him some respect. All right, that's my personal opinion, is that you need to show him some respect. But, you know, it is what it is, right? So there we go. 3 stories in a row that are basically pro-Ryan. They're pro-Romney / Ryan. Because sometimes the liberal left, the loonies on the left, sometimes they're their own problem, in my personal and incredibly honest opinion. So yeah, you got that. All right, I actually have one more video, and again, you're only going to hear the audio. The video itself is okay. It's not great, but if you get the audio, it's a lot of fun. This is Barack Obama's new ad. Now, I said yesterday that I'm sick of this whole Big Bird thing, right? But this was well done and relatively clever, and I just wanted to share it with you.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Bernie Madoff, Ken Levy, Dennis Kozlowski, criminals, gluttons of greed, and the evil genius who towered over them. One man has the guts to speak his name.
Big Bird, Big Bird, Big Bird.
It's me, Big Bird.
Big, yellow, a menace to our economy. Mitt Romney knows it's not Wall Street you have to worry about. It's Sesame Street.
I'm going to stop the subsidy to PBS.
Mitt Romney, taking on our enemies no matter where they nest.
All right, so I'm sorry, that was just funny. Like, I'm really sick of the whole Big Bird thing, but that was pretty funny. I liked it quite a bit. So there you go. And again, it's on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure if you follow me on YouTube, you can find it there. What else do I have left? I think... Oh! 2 more things. Very quick. The vice presidential debate is on Thursday, and I'm looking forward to it. They seem to really be hyping it up more so than other vice presidential debates tend to be at times. And I'm not entirely sure of the reasoning for the hype, but it's kind of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. Paul Ryan, he may be very cold and calculated, but he's very smart, and I expect him to do very well. Joe Biden, also smart, although he has a tendency to say stupid things at times. So he's going to have to be somewhat defensive, I would imagine. Although, he says some smart things at times, too. So Thursday night's debate is really going to be a BFD, and I'm going to be at work, so I'm not going to be able to watch the whole thing. I don't think. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm going to try. So the debate Thursday night, watch it, and we'll discuss it on Friday. Ooh, do we want to do that? Because we're drinking beer on Friday. Yes. Friday, we're going to talk about the debate while drinking beer. I think that is a phenomenal idea. We should do that. You know what we shouldn't do, though, while drinking beer, or while talking about the debate, or ever? We should not eat cockroaches. And this is how we're going to end the show. Brewing with Scott Leffler. I'm Scott Leffler. You can tweet me during the show. You know what? I never even checked to see if I had any communication today. Nope, everybody's quiet today. Hi, quiet people. So, in Florida, all good stories start with in Florida. A 32-year-old man ate dozens of cockroaches and worms in an effort to win a python, a snake, from a reptile store. Then, after consuming the bugs and worms, cockroaches are bugs, right? I think so. Because you never know, right? Because spiders aren't bugs. Spiders are arachnids, but they're not insects. Insects are bugs. I don't know, like, spiders creep me out, by the way. There you go. You just learned something. So, dude, see, I might be able to eat cockroaches, but I could not eat spiders, because, no, not even dead spiders. Dead spiders still freak me out. So, I don't know. Little things that you don't need to know, that you don't care about. We're moving on. Dude eats cockroaches, then he collapsed and died outside the store minutes later. The guy's name is Edward Archbold, and he was among 20 to 30 contestants Friday night participating in Midnight Madness at Ben Siegel Reptiles in Deerfield Beach, Florida. The participants' goal was to consume as many insects and worms as they could take, and whoever ate the most would win this python, an $850 python. Why you would spend $850 on a snake, I don't know, but they weren't going to spend $850 on a snake. They were going to eat bugs and then get the snake. So, dude ate 20 to 30, or I'm sorry, dude ate dozens of cockroaches and worms, and then died. That is not worth a snake. Now, it seems bizarre to me because, to the best of my knowledge, cockroaches and worms are not necessarily poisonous. But I don't know. Obviously, he was averse to them. Interestingly, not a single other contestant was even remotely ill, but dude died. So that's kind of a shame. And I don't mean to be cold and callous there, but only in Florida, right? Because this is where all the weird news comes from. In Florida, they would have a story where people eat cockroaches and then die. That wouldn't happen anywhere else. So, I mean, it could happen anywhere else, but it doesn't. It always happens in Florida. All the good news comes from Florida. So, I don't know. Although there's a local radio station that always talks about Niagara Falls police news because there's some weird things that go on in Niagara Falls, New York. So, I'm just saying. All right. To those of you who tuned in, thank you so much. To those of you watching on YouTube, go to my YouTube channel and you can see like the videos that I've liked and all the videos that I talked about in today's show. Boom, it's there. So, yeah, so there's that. I will be back tomorrow being Wednesday, because today is Tuesday. I always mean to do this. It is Tuesday, just in case, like, at the beginning of the show, you're like, what episode is this? Today is Tuesday, October 9th, 2012, in the year of our Lord, John Lennon's birthday. So, 72 years old he would be, and, man, I wish he were around to be that. Imagine if John Lennon were still here. Scott Leffler, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.